and the virtual world is connected to our 5 senses. If her body experienced pain, she must have been in pain in the virtual world as well. Knowing that, I believe Maki is correct. Miu was strangled to death.
Yeah, definitely.
But the person who did that had to know that it would have worked. Everyone who went into the virtual world thought that they were invincible, thought that they could not be broken, so that they were fine. It's very possible that somebody could try to strangle her, then have it not actually work, and then they'd be like, oops, never mind, I wasn't trying to strangle you, that was just an accident. Like, that would not make any sense for somebody to try to strangle her in that situation without knowing for sure that it would work.
Strangling and poison are the only methods that can make her look like she's suffocated. But we already removed the possibility of poison, so it can only be strangulation.
We didn't remove the possibility of poison, but sure.
Also, when a victim is poisoned, they commonly grab their chest or mouth. But Miu was holding her throat. It's obvious she was trying to protect her windpipe.
Oh, the assassin master gets really chatty when it comes to corpses.
Also, there's a hole in that argument. Kaito was there for a long time and could have set her body up in any kind of position. Maybe her hands were at her mouth. Maybe her hands were at her chest. We don't actually know, because we were not the first ones to view her body. So who's to say that it wasn't some other cause? That her hands weren't in some other position before we found them? So there are flaws in that argument.
In that case, her exact cause of death is being strangled in the virtual world.
No, possibly.
But is strangulation even possible in the virtual world?
That's a great question. Exactly what I was saying.
If the avatars were equally strong, it would be difficult to strangle a resisting victim.
Yeah, if she was just as strong as them, no way they could have strangled her.
Then the culprit would need a tool. There are tons of cases where a weaker person would strangle a stronger person.
Yeah, the toilet
with a
paper
rope.
roll.
Wow, you know a lot about killing, nerd.
But was there even a rope in that world? I don't remember seeing one.
She also could have been hung by the toilet paper or something as well. That's also possible. Also, Kokichi's being very rude to everybody. Stop doing that, Kokichi.
Then they must
No
have
need
used
for that.
something else as a rope.
No need to be rude to Maki. Something for a rope, I have an idea what it might be. Found it during the investigation. There it is. Toilet
This
paper.
is it!
Had to scroll to find it. That's very
During
evil
the
of them.
investigation, we found toilet paper outside the mansion.
This toilet paper? What would toilet paper be doing here?
I'm guessing that the toilet paper was used to strangle her.
However, one flaw with that is her body was in a different section. And the only person who could go to the different sections is Miu's body. So they could have tossed her through the wall if they knew that her body could pass through the walls. That's possible. In that way, she would remain there. So that would work. Or slid her over there. On the pallet.
What you mean, Shuichi? Huh? What's wrong?
What you saying, Gonta?
Shuichi goofing off! Not gentlemanly at all!
Eh? What do you mean? You're gonna say something about that you can't do that with toilet paper?
It's no time for nonsense! You can use toilet paper in place of rope! Would tear too easy! Even Gonta know that, and Gonta not smart!
There's something off about Gonta's statement. I should be careful.
It's no time for nonsense! You can use toilet paper in place of rope! Would tear too easy! Even Gonta know that, and Gonta not smart!
Okay.
No, I'm positive toilet paper was used instead of rope.
You died
Such a
such an
weird
awful
statement.
death.
Only in
Why
Danganronpa
you not take this seriously?
would we have a
Call
toilet paper
yourself
rope
ultimate
used to
detective?
strangle someone.
Use your
Close
head.
one.
Figure out real murder weapon.
No! Messed it up. This is getting too emotional. It's no good, not good for a rational debate. There's something off about the conversation just now. I should attack that. Right.
It's such an awful death. So why you not take this seriously? You call yourself ultimate detective? Use your head. Figure out real murder weapon.
No, I'm
Is it-
positive toilet paper was used instead of rope.
Okay, so
There's no time for nonsense.
am I missing? Where's the yellow thing?
No can use toilet paper in place of rope. Would tear too easy.
There we go.
I'll cut through your words.
Found it.
The toilet paper wouldn't tear. Because in the virtual world, objects are unbreakable.
Breakable?
You're so dumb, Gonta. You didn't even know that?
Now, settle down, Kokichi. I know you're having fun here, and everything's going according to your plan. And you go, oh, all according to Keikaku. But you don't have to be mean to Gonta.
If objects can't break in that world, then toilet paper shouldn't be able to tear. And since it couldn't tear, it could be used as a rope.
Gonta
I
not
didn't-
really understand, but
I didn't realize I could move my camera. I probably did realize, but I forgot.
sorry, Shuichi. Gonta was wrong.
It's okay, Gonta.
It's okay, Gonta. Don't
Yeah.
worry about it.
Killed by toilet paper. It was a fitting end for her.
You know, I don't disagree, Himiko. I don't disagree.
A fitting end? I do not fully understand that logic.
But if Mew was killed near the chapel, why was the murder weapon by the mansion?
Maybe
She
the
was
culprit
tossed
tried to
over.
get rid of it to destroy the evidence.
The culprit meant to get rid of the evidence. They did a poor job of it. There was a much better place where they could have destroyed it.
If toilet paper was the murder weapon, then what's the deal with the hammer next to her?
To get rid of it. What is he thinking? Like you could have gotten rid of the body by tossing it in the river? Where's the place that he's thinking of that you could have gotten rid of a body? Logging them out? No, that's all. I think it's just a river. That's all I can think of.
Perhaps the culprit prepared a backup weapon, just in case.
No, the culprit didn't bring the hammer.
No? But who else but the culprit would bring a hammer?
Wait, we already know who brought that hammer. We do? Mew? Kokichi? Who brought the hammer? I don't actually know.
That's it. Mew was the one who brought the hammer.
I don't remember.
Mew bring hammer?
Remember what she told us?
No, I don't. Remind me. I rewrote the program to delete all dangerous objects that can be used as weapons. Oh, right. So she had to be the one that got the
she
hammer.
did say she deleted any dangerous objects.
If that were true, she wouldn't have missed something like a hammer. Meaning that Mew must have left it on purpose.
On purpose?
But why she do that?
You brought the hammer for sure, but what did she need it for? You need to make that clear. Building something? But you can't break anything, so what would a hammer be used for? Other than building. Killing people? But it seemed to be her whole
Let's
idea.
assume that Mew brought
A
the
wall?
hammer.
Maybe
What
the
was she
wall.
planning to do with it?
Half the world.
Maybe use it to break down a wall?
Uses for a hammer. Gonta no! Mew gonna build stuff with hammer!
Nah, you can't do that
Probably
there.
just brought it for self-defense.
Or she secretly met up with someone and tried to kill them with it.
You idiot! She was the victim!
What was Mew planning to do with the hammer? That's still unclear. I need to think back to what she was doing, what her plan was.
Let's assume
I don't
that Mew
remember what
brought
her
the
plan
hammer.
was.
What was she planning to do with it?
Maybe use it to break down a wall?
What does the wall added by Mew say? Allow non-human objects to pass through. Does that have to do with anything? They're meeting. No. No. Objects can't break. Avatars can't be injured. When an avatar takes fatal damage, the body will die from shock. Okay. Either I use Killing Game Simulator on the last one.
You gonna build stuff with hammer.
She probably just brought it for self-defense.
Let me try that.
Or she secretly met up with someone
I don't think this
and
is it,
tried to kill him with it.
but it's still possible.
She was
Okay, never mind, it wasn't. But what? I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything weird.
Oh no!
I made a mistake. I need to think it over again. Okay, never mind. That wasn't it.
Let's assume that Mew brought the
Well,
hammer.
I did my Mew then. That was the one. Maybe. Hopefully.
What was she planning to do with it?
Maybe use it to break down a wall?
Ah! It dodged me.
Uses
Forgot that it does that.
hammer.
Okay, we'll get it when we come back around.
She probably just brought it for self-defense. Or she secretly met up with someone and tried to kill them
With
Regaining the health. Blah,
Let's
blah,
assume
blah. Okay.
What was she trying to do with it? Maybe use it to break down a wall.
Okay. Hit it. No!
Uses
Or a hammer.
That's so tough.
You gonna build stuff with hammer. She probably just brought it for self-defense. Or she secretly
Yeah,
met
at
up
least her health is back.
and tried to kill them with it. Let's assume that you brought the hammer. What was she trying to do with it?
Maybe use it to break down a wall?
Hit it, hit it! Nope. Okay, apparently failure. Objects don't break in the virtual world. How did you forget that already?
Oh no!
Okay.
Let's assume that Mew brought the hammer.
Killing Game Simulator, Map of the Mansion?
What was she
Map
planning
of the
to
World?
do?
Wait, Map of the World versus Map of the Mansion? Those are different? Oh, right, they are. What does that have to do with this, though? I don't know what the hammer has to do with anything, actually. That's the problem. I'm not actually sure. The dangerous object, why did she need it? Avatar error? Use avatar through the window. What are my truth bullets? The maps, the toilet
Maybe use
paper,
it to break down a wall.
the meeting with each other, the wall that she added,
Uses for a
the
hammer.
killing game simulator rules, the
Don't
fact
you
that
know
nothing breaks,
You gonna build stuff with hammer.
the map of the... I don't know.
For self-defense.
I'm confused
or
about
she
this one.
secretly met up with someone and
Maybe I need to
tried
lie.
to kill them with
You idiot! She was the victim!
What was Mew planning to do with that hammer? It's still unclear. You think about back to what she was doing and what her plan was.
Let's assume that Mew brought the hammer.
What her plan was? I don't know what her plan was. Her plan was for us to go find
Use
the
it to break down a wall?
secrets of everything, right?
Don't you know Mew gonna build stuff with hammer.
She probably just brought it for self-defense.
or she secretly met up with someone
If I'm gonna use a lie,
and
though,
tried to kill them with it.
You idiot! She was the victim!
am I supposed to agree with Kokichi? Is that what I'm doing? Let me try that.
What was she trying to do with it? Maybe use it to break down a wall? Uses for a hammer. Don't you know you gonna build stuff with hammer? She probably just brought it for self-defense. Or she secretly met up with someone.
Go, go, go. Okay, so I am supposed to agree with Kokichi. I mean, but I don't think that's what her whole idea was. But maybe it was.
Mew was gonna meet up with someone in the virtual world.
Mm-hmm. With me. I was supposed to meet up with Mew on the roof of the mansion.
What? Is that true?
I still feel like they were both working together. I don't feel like that was her plan to just go kill him.
I
That's why I
overheard
didn't.
them talking about it at the chapel.
By the way, Mew asked to meet up with me before we went into the virtual world. I totally forgot where we were supposed to meet, so good thing Keyboy spied on us.
Wait, so Miu called Kokichi out?
If Miu brought the hammer, I wonder what she was planning to do with it.
Kokichi's already figured it out, so she was planning to kill Kokichi, make Kokichi plan a murder with Kokichi, confess her love for Kokichi. Yes, that's what it was. It was to confess her love, surely. She's going to confess her love for Kokichi and use the hammer if he turned her down. Confessions on the rooftop or under a tree are stereotypical, but I admire them. But, I think the situation may have been a bit different. No, it wasn't. Okay, never mind. I guess not. Well, I mean, I thought it was a good idea.
That's it. She was trying to kill Kokichi.
She was what?
I don't think
Yep,
so, but sure.
She plotted to meet up with me and then kill me with the hammer.
And Kokichi is like a
If you
very...
want to prove this, you'll need to figure out Miu's plan, okay?
Yeah, Kokichi doesn't seem surprised about this at all. I don't feel like this is really the truth. Miu's plan, huh? I'm sure if I analyze the clues we found, I can figure something out. Alright, let's do it. Okay, I realized I wasn't pressing the accelerator. Okay, what do we got going on here? Something Kokichi. Maybe who tried to kill Kokichi? Yeah, who? But that's weird. There was only 2 spaces for that first word. I was confused about what would make other than who. But no, the WH is a single letter? Is that because it's translated from Japanese and so it's probably a translation issue. That's probably what happened there. Neo. That sound effect is so weird. Okay, next question. Who was Miu trying to... Why was Miu trying to kill Kokichi? Is that what that says? I don't know. Where? Where was she trying to kill Kokichi? Well, on the roof. Don't run me off the edge. Okay, there we go. Some simple questions. The virtual world. No idea what that says yet. Oh, I missed one. Skill issue. Poison? Is that what that says? Okay, crap, I'm not paying attention. Something poison on a Kokichi seat. Why was a bottle of poison on Kokichi's seat? That I don't know. If she was trying to kill Kokichi, why would she put a bottle of poison there? To make it seem like he killed himself or something? To divert attention? I guess? Okay, apparently that was right. I don't think we had enough information to know why, but sure.
She wanted it to appear as if Kokichi was killed in the real world.
Oh, I see what you mean. By divert attention, I thought she meant divert attention from the real killer, but you meant divert attention to him being killed in the real world rather than the other way around, in the virtual world. Okay.
She placed the poison on my seat to make us think the murder happened in the real world.
She did that too?
But then why was she the one that got killed, if that's all true?
What? Miu was the one who put that poison bottle there? No, that ain't right. Something's definitely weird about that.
Okay, this is suspicious. So Kaito was confused. Like, wait, so that bottle of poison was there because Miu put it there? Huh? And the reason he's saying that, like, let's assume that Kaito was the one who woke up, found the bottle of poison there, and poisoned Miu with it. Then he'd be very confused. He'd be like, oh, this is a good chance for me to kill somebody. There just so happens to be a bottle of poison here. Great. Now I'll be able to kill Miu. And then he goes to kill Miu and then finds out that Miu is the one who put it there in the first place. And that would be weird to him. He'd be like, why was that there? That's so weird. Or like, why was she the one that put that there? I thought I was, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Kaito, you're being very suspicious right now.
When could Miu have put the poison there?
Good
If
question.
she did place the poison without us noticing, then she
Must have logged out at some point.
True.
And then what? You logged back in?
Kokichi, weren't you in the salon around that time? Did you see her log in or log out?
Well, she has a phone, so it didn't matter.
Nope, I didn't see that at all.
If she hadn't logged in or out, then
How couldn't have pushed the poison?
Then who put poison bottle?
The only person who logged out early was Kaito.
Yeah.
Kaito, your grave just got 10 feet deeper.
I think that's true.
no, it wasn't me, guys.
That's the only thing I can say there. Let me take a look at the record. The poison is planted evidence. The question is when it was planted. We determine the when, we might also determine the who.
When could Miu have...
Okay, so let me look at that login logout record again. So Miu does log in last. But it's only 2 seconds. Is 2 seconds enough? In 2 seconds, like 2 seconds after, right after the last person logs out, you suddenly grab the poison and you toss it. You toss your jar of almonds, so that, like, is that at the Kokichi's body? Would that work? I mean, it's possible. She could have done that. She could have, like, had the poison bottle on her and to go like zoom, pitched it right at Kokichi, poor Kokichi, and had it land next to him, and then put on the helmet and logged in. You could do that in 2 seconds. But is that what we're trying to say here? Is that what the game's trying to say here? That's what I don't know.
Put the poison there.
if she did place the
I feel
poison
like
without us noticing,
I feel like the game wants me
then she must
to
have logged out at
accuse
some point.
Kaito instead, even though it is technically
And then
possible
what?
for her to have done it.
Back in?
So let's do that. Let's accuse Kaito.
Nope, I didn't see that at all. If she hadn't logged in or out, then you couldn't have placed the poison. Then who put poison bottle?
Logged out early.
It's Kaito.
Oh, I'm wrong? Right? It could only be Kaito after all. Hey, I said it wasn't me. I just got logged out suddenly. I didn't do anything.
Damn it.
No, it still could have been Kaito though. That doesn't prove anything. But okay, I guess that's not it.
Put the
In there.
If she did place the poison without us noticing, then she must have logged out at some point. And then what? She logged back in?
I can't agree with that
Kokichi,
statement
weren't you in the salon around
because
that time?
my it's a blue statement. I want to contradict it, but I can't.
Did you
It's
see
blue.
her log in or log out at all?
Nope.
I guess I
didn't
could
see that
lie.
at all.
I don't
If
think
she
that's
hadn't
the
logged
point
in
to
or
lie.
out, then you couldn't have.
Place the poison.
Darn it.
Then who
Messed
put
that up.
Bottle. Kaito, your brain just got 10 feet deeper? No, it wasn't me, guys.
Let me try that again.
When could you have put the poison there? If she did place the poison without us noticing, then she must have logged out at some point. And then what? Log back in? Kokichi, weren't you at the line all the time? Did you see her log in or log out at all?
Nope. I
Didn't
didn't.
see that at all.
If she hadn't logged in or out, then you
Couldn't have placed the
poison.
There we go. Okay, so that is it.
Wrong.
We are saying that she could have done it in like a 2 seconds window. Interesting. I thought we were supposed to
planted the poison
accuse
on
Kaito.
Kokichi's chair. She had plenty of time to do it. Here, take a look at this.
Okay,
Is
cool.
this a record of who went in and out of the virtual world?
Cool. I thought we were gonna say that only Kaito could have done it because he had a lot of time to do that when he logged out of the world. But no, we're actually saying that yes, 2 seconds is enough. So I'm happy about this.
That's right. It says that Mew was the last of us to log in.
Yeah, what about it?
If she logged in last, she would have had time to move around in the real world after the previous person logged in.
That right. She could have placed poison bottle on Kokichi's seat.
This was all part of Mew's plan. She tried to kill me in the virtual world, make us think it happened in the real world, then pin the crime on Kaito.
How would that be pinning the crime on Kaito though? The bottle would still not be traced back to Kaito necessarily. Oh, by warping him out of the world, right, with the phone. True.
Well, that's not my fault.
Which is why she manually logged you out, just for that purpose.
So she did that to me?
Yes, I'm positive of that. Mew used a method only she could use to log Kaito out manually.
This seems too simple. I mean, it doesn't seem too simple. It's all very complicated, but I mean, this all makes perfect sense. This all makes so much perfect sense that yeah, Mew was trying to kill Kokichi, then she got killed by somebody else, but she was trying to go kill Kokichi by killing him in the air, and then warping Kaito out, making it look suspicious. Yeah, that all adds up. That all adds up. But I just still can't believe that it went that way. Because why would she have died in that scenario? Who would have killed her? I don't know. How did Mew log Kaito out? The phone, right? Where's the phone at? Cell phone. Easy.
This is it!
It was the cell phone found by Mew's avatar. That cell phone worked the same way as the phone in the salon. It logs users in and out.
And the way Mew and Kokichi were working together the whole time, I don't believe that Kokichi would have been the target.
I verified this myself when I spoke Kaito's name into it.
Yeah, I remember this. It warps them out.
I see. With that cell phone, she could force anyone to log out at any time.
But Mew never mentioned a cell phone, right?
But there is one thing that's good about that. That means that even if somebody did do the thing like blocking off the door with toilet paper so that nobody could log out, they still could have logged out with that cell phone. So that's good. That's at least a good thing. That means that we were never actually in danger of becoming permanently trapped because that cell phone would still exist, even if somebody locked us out.
That's what Shuichi referred to when he mentioned a method only she could use. She kept the cell phone a secret on purpose, so she could use it for the murder.
So, she really was planning a murder.
Maybe.
And she tried to set me up.
I mean, if all this stuff that does add up is true, then yes. But I don't know if all this stuff is actually correct.
Well, I knew that from the start.
Then why did you say I was the culprit?
Because I wanted to get it through your thick skull. People you trust and defend will ultimately betray you. This is a game of suspicion. Well, I think your ideals should stay the same.
Then why are you trying to convince him of your that it He said, I want to get this through your head, but also no, you shouldn't get it through your head. Just stay the same.
Because phonies like you are what make the game more interesting. Don't you agree, Monokuma?
Phonies. He's calling him a phony, huh? Saying that he's pretending to be all power of friendship, but he actually isn't. I don't know.
Do I? I don't know about that.
Poor depressed Monokuma.
Wait, what were we talking about?
I wonder when Daddy's gonna get his motivation back.
Yeah!
When there's a real murder.
Keep slacking off, all the work is gonna get forced onto Mommy.
Huh? Mommy?
Also, I want to take another look at the pictures of people who are dead. Because that person just has a, that Monokuma just has an X over their portrait. I noticed that, Mew had 3 X's.
My head! I feel like I'm about to remember something, but I can't.
I want to see if the symbol is different for other people.
Anywho, it's a blessing in disguise that Mew died and not me.
What you
Okay,
mean?
just a single X on people's portraits.
Cause she wouldn't have said anything about what really happened in the virtual world. You guys would have had a way harder time finding the culprit, you know.
True.
She would have been able to lie about
3
the virtual
X's.
world settings
You
as
see
much
that?
as she wanted.
3 X's on her portrait, only 1 on everybody else's portrait. Is that just because she's the person that's relevant to this trial? Or is it because she's not actually dead, so she doesn't actually get a full X on her portrait? I don't know what 3 X's means, if that has some sort of special meaning in Japanese, or if that has some other special, like culturally that has some sort of special meaning.
And you'd never know
That's
that
just
the
a
murder
thought.
actually took place in the virtual
It's different,
world.
see?
So
different
that's
from
why
everyone
she
else.
decided to attempt a murder because she had total control.
Then the reason Mew was so insistent
Oh,
we go into the
never mind.
virtual world was...
Because his his portrait is very different. Doesn't even have an X. It just has blood all has markings all over it. So that is very different. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she is really dead. You guys are only bitching because you haven't been to the virtual world yet. Once you go, you'll understand. Seriously, it's so fucking awesome. I know you guys will love it. And then you're gonna fall in love with me for showing it to you guys. So let's just dive right in, okay? We'll do it together.
She was insistent we go there so she could kill us. What a shady person.
I still don't believe that.
I was sad that
Still
she
believe-
was gone, but now I don't know what to think.
I still believe that Mew and Kokichi are working together and they're trying to bring somebody else out into the light.
Nice! Backstabbed by a trusted friend. See? That's an ideal fun situation. Now we can start a real class trial.
Yeah, real fun. I agree, Kokichi. That makes it so much of a fun, ideal situation.
Hey, Kokichi sort of sound like Monokuma.
You only now noticing this, Gonta? I guess that's
Really?
normal.
I don't sound anything like him.
No, you're just like Monokuma. Both of you are cowards. You never speak the truth or show your true face.
Hey now, I mean, it's fair for Kaito to try to fight back against Kokichi, considering how much Kokichi is always picking on everybody. So it's fine. He's wrong, but it's fine.
Wait, coward? You say some interesting things sometimes, Kaito.
Smiling, putting on a mask, never saying what you really think. That kind of cowardice is just like Monokuma.
Daddy, they're calling you a coward! Aren't you gonna do something?
No, Monokuma isn't interested.
Yeah, I
just gotta do my signature laugh, right? There, I did it.
He's completely lost his drive! Like a one-hit wonder who clings to their former fame.
My head!
What's happening with you, Monotaro? You getting your memories
Listen
back?
up, Kokichi. To hell with this game of suspicion crap. I will never be okay with it. I'm just gonna believe in everyone. Instead of suspecting my friends, I'm gonna find the truth by believing in them.
Well, if you think you can win this game like that, then sure, be my guest.
Of course I can. I don't need your permission.
How long are you guys going to argue? Let's hurry this up and continue. If we don't find the culprit, then we'll all die, you know that?
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
If we are going to begin searching for the culprit, let's start with Kokichi's story.
Huh? My story?
What about it?
You were meeting with Miu, but she ended up as the victim. So it's only natural for us to think you're the killer, right?
Here's my answer. I never met up with Miu.
You didn't?
You said the door was locked,
I tried to go to the
right?
roof to meet up with her, but the door was
Yeah.
locked.
But isn't lockpicking your specialty? You should have been able to open it easy.
But there was no keyhole on that side.
I couldn't pick locks with my avatar body. I didn't have the tools for it either.
Okay, that's also fair.
Also, I never went to the roof. Not even for the meeting.
I remember you and Gonta went off together when we first started looking.
But was the door to the roof actually locked? When I was on the roof before logging out, the door wasn't locked.
One thing that's interesting is if Kaito was the one that... Let's say Kaito locked it, right? Because he was the one that was supposed to go to the roof. He would not have been able to unlock it because he got warped out. So if Kaito was telling the truth, and he was warped out, and he was on the rooftop, then he couldn't have been the one to lock the door. But that would mean, but nobody else could have been up there, right? So he had to have been the one to lock the door, unless Kokichi is not telling the truth about the door being locked. But I think he is. So I think Kaito did lock the door, and he got warped out, but maybe he got warped out when he wasn't on the roof anymore?
Huh? How should I know?
Then who locks the door to the roof?
I already told you. How should I know?
When I went to the roof, it wasn't locked. So you gotta be lying.
What good would it be if I lied? I don't want to die either, you know.
Lying would do you a lot of good if you're the culprit.
Oh, I see. I didn't realize that.
Yes, you did, Kokichi.
What kind of response is that? That's suspicious as hell!
Wait, there's no point in arguing about that now. The truth will come out eventually. Before we get to that, we need to discover the truth behind Miu's death.
Okay, we're going back to that.
Truth?
See, we're leaving off, though, at the points where I'm on the things that I'm specifically confused about.
There were mysterious circumstances surrounding her death. We need to make sense of those first.
You talking about the fact that she was in a different place than we heard her?
Wow, Shuichi, you know your way around this game. Yes, keep up the hard work. The fate of our lives rests in your hands.
So, what is this strange circumstance?
Kokichi claims it was Miu who chose the meeting place. But I'm wondering how she got from the chapel to the mansion's roof.
I see. Miu sent the bridge connecting the mansion and chapel into the river herself.
Mm-hmm. And it got stuck in a rock.
If that's the case, then Miu might not have even gone to the roof.
Huh? So she stood me up? It's very rude to break a promise.
That's true. First, we need to determine if Mew was actually there or not. Did she go, or was she never on the roof at all? I don't know why she would go to the roof. Like, I don't know if she was really trying to kill anybody or not. That's the thing.
Mew was waiting for me to arrive. I'm sure she was waiting on the rooftop of the mansion.
Hold on, what's the difference between loud noise and Shimugi's account? Heard a loud noise. Oh, that's an interesting detail. They heard Kibo's voice, despite the fact that he should have been past the map's loading point. So my question is, you can't hear people across the loading zone, right? But can you hear people across the wall? That I don't actually know. If you can't hear people past the wall, then that would mean that Kibo is somehow passed through the wall? But I'm going to assume that you can just hear people through the wall. Saw Mew's avatar through the window. Okay, that's what that was.
No, Mew should have been at the chapel. If you look at where her avatar fell, it's right next to the chapel.
How would she have gotten to the mansion? There was no bridge over the river.
A bridge would be the only way to get across.
So, her meeting with Kokichi...
She stood me up!
That's not the important part, Kokichi. At the first glance, it seems as if it's impossible for Mew to get to the mansion. There has to be some evidence that shows it was possible.
Mew was waiting for me to arrive. I'm sure she was waiting.
Alright, hold on. It's Samugi's account, then.
Waiting on the rooftop of the mansion.
Mew
Nope, she was not at the chapel.
Mew must have gone to the mansion. We have a witness.
Yeah, when I was searching the dining room, I saw Mew pass by the window.
Then why didn't you say so sooner?
No, it took us a while to get here.
I thought I was just mistaken at first.
And we've been discussing a whole lot of other stuff.
Since
in
there
the
was
meantime.
no way she could have come to the mansion. But I guess I wasn't mistaken after all. That was definitely Mew.
Then, how did she get to the mansion from the chapel?
There must have been some special method only Mew knew, like with that cell phone.
There's no doubt about that. That's why she dropped the bridge. If a murder occurred when it was impossible to cross the river, she wouldn't be implicated.
True.
She used a secret method to move from the chapel to the mansion for the murder.
She dropped the bridge to make a huge scene, just to let everyone know it's no longer there.
So, what secret method did she use?
It won't be that easy to figure out. It's called a secret method for a reason.
No, we know the reason. Or no, we know the
worries,
method.
Guys. As long as we leave it to Shuichi, everything will be A-okay.
True. What?
What are you saying? We can't just rely on Shuichi all the time. This class trial's for all of us. We're here to solve this together.
You would just slow down Shuichi.
Shut up!
Poor Kaito. Him and Kokichi are just not getting along. I don't have time to deal with Kokichi. Right now I need to focus with the case. I'm positive that Mew used some kind of special method to get to the mansion. Okay, I just have to figure out what it was. What are we doing now? Now let's stop the debate. Okay. Wall added by Mew.
Cross that only Mew knew about.
Hold on. Non-human objects have passed through. Mew okay, unable to
Like a
move.
hidden bridge besides that signboard, maybe.
What's Kaito's account? Oh, that's really cool. I didn't realize. I just realized that if you open up the menu while you're looking at a specific truth bullet, it'll go directly to that truth bullet. The only one logged out. Okay, rooftop. Oh, ring of light. Okay.
Or instead of bridge, Mew used some kind of vehicle to go over.
It's gotta be this.
Maybe she teleported with magic.
Magic.
Or she used a warp zone.
Maybe there's a place you could cross without a bridge.
A hidden route that only Mew could use.
Yes, this.
I agree.
Easy peasy. I'm surprised we didn't talk about the fact that she was
There was a
different
hidden
before.
route only Mew could use.
I thought that's what we were gonna have to present first. The fact that she was able to, or is that included in the truth board? I don't actually remember.
Was there really?
The fact that she was just a non-human object.
Mew modified the program to add a special wall to the world. The wall stretches along the y-axis, but we found 2 such walls in the virtual world. It's unclear whether Mew added the wall by the mansion or the wall near the chapel.
And you can tell by the whatchamacallit, the road or whatever. It matches on both sides that this is just supposed to be one continuous infinite map.
We do know that that wall was set so that only
Although not-
objects could pass through.
Don't be naive, Shuichi.
Although not on the y-axis. Only on the x-axis. What is it, Kaito?
What is it, Kaito?
Oh, I
Jeez,
didn't need to
you
voice
set
that.
up a weird wall like that? That is suspicious, but it's got nothing to do with what we were talking about.
Nothing to do with it.
Huh. You don't even realize your mistake? Are you losing your edge?
Okay, this is where we're gonna have to bring up the fact that she's different.
Oh well, my sidekick's mistakes are my mistakes. I'll make it right.
Okay, yeah, Kokichi was right about him slowing us down. That's what he's doing right now.
What we gotta
Use
figure
Avatar.
out is how Mew got from the chapel to the mansion. So why waste time talking about the impossible? It's pointless. We gotta take a whole new approach here.
Now, wait just a second. It's not actually impossible at all.
But you just said so, didn't you? That wall Mew set up only lets non-human objects go through it. Humans aren't able to pass through. So Mew obviously wouldn't be able to go through that wall. She's not just an object after all. You get it? So let's go through this one more time.
No doubt the Mew's able to. Okay, so it's the second one.
But you just said so, didn't you? That wall Mew set up only lets non-human objects go through it. Humans aren't able to pass through. So Mew obviously wouldn't be able to go through that wall. She's not just an object after all.
There we go.
I'll cut through
Got
your
it.
words. The wall wasn't the only thing that Mew changed. She also changed her avatar settings from human to object.
From human to object?
Which means the virtual world treated her avatar as an object. She could have passed through a wall that only non-humans could go through.
Weird that she. Oh, never mind. She set it up herself.
Right?
It makes sense that it was set up that way.
Don't get ahead of yourself, Kaito. We need to listen to everything Shuichi says. I already told you. The more you try, the more you cause us trouble. It's so totally lame that your own sidekick is dissing you!
Kokichi, enough! I wasn't arguing with him. I was just explaining.
I don't care. That doesn't bother me at all. It just means even I make mistakes. Don't worry about it, Shuichi.
Oh, is he actually going to take Kokichi's words to heart?
Okay.
It's pretty funny seeing Kaito try to act all tough like this.
Kokichi, please refrain from making such irrelevant and irrational remarks.
Thanks, Gibo.
So, if Mew messed with the
Getting
program
us back
and
on
made
track.
a wall only she could go through,
Then her secret route was through that wall?
that's it, right? Like using a glitch in a game to walk outside the map. I bet Mew had a hidden passage like that in the back of the chapel.
But even if she could walk through walls, was there really a hidden passage?
Well, it wasn't even a hidden passage. You just get to the other side.
Because Mew said...
No, you're not trapped here. Beyond that wall is the end of the world, literally. Past that wall, nothing exists. Everything ends there.
She probably lied. There would be no point in going if there was nothing on the other side.
Mew lied.
I wonder what the truth is. There's no way to find out now.
That cum-soaked urinal cake was totally lying about there being nothing past the wall. She lived a life of pride, vulgarity, and secrets. Lying would be a piece of cake for her.
Kokichi, you no have to go that far.
Stop it! Don't badmouth Mommy!
Oh, he does remember.
Monotaro!
His memories have come back.
Listen to you, talking about Mommy like she was a terrible lying whore. But Mommy wasn't lying. There was no hidden route in that virtual world.
Oh, there wasn't, huh?
I mean, he's right. There wasn't a hidden route. It just goes to the other side of the wall.
Hey! You can't tell them such an important hint!
Oh, if you say that hint is important, then I guess it must be true.
Oh, shoot!
Ah, jeez. You're lucky you're cute.
Monica really is dead. Is Kokichi saying all that stuff about Mew to get the Cubs to reveal something? I guess I should thank him, but I have no idea why he does things sometimes.
So now that we know there's no hidden route, why did she manipulate the program?
Just gotta trust in Kokichi, Shuichi.
If there's actually nothing
Just
past
trust.
the wall, then that setting was meaningless.
It'll all work out.
Mew wouldn't have done something meaningless. She would have had a plan.
Okay, I mean, we're taking a really long time to get to the bottom of this particular part of the puzzle that has been obvious for a long, long time now.
Yes. Mew definitely wanted to be able to go through that wall for a reason. We aren't sure why yet, but once we solve the mystery of the virtual world...
I'm always curious. This is one of the reasons why I really like to watch Danganronpa Let's Plays. I'm very curious how other people will experience these various trials, what things they will have figured out and not figured out. Whether or not it will be obvious to some people, whether or not it maybe won't be obvious to some people that the two sides of the map are connected. I'm sure there are also some people who are just gonna already know the answer by this point, like already know exactly what happened, who the culprit is, exactly what happened, what's the actual truth of the trial by this point. Some people smarter than me, but it's always interesting to see what people have a hard time figuring out and what people get instantly. Everyone's
Mystery
different.
of virtual world?
But
There
for
have
me,
been a
it's
lot
been
of
it's
strange
been obvious from the
occurrences in the
start that it's
virtual
connected.
world. If we can determine why, we will also determine what Mew was up to. We'll know why she wanted to pass through the wall.
All right, let's clear up those strange occurrences.
Yeah, Gonta will help, even though Gonta not know what you're talking about.
Speaking
Okay,
of
Gonta,
strange occurrences,
do your best.
I'm just plain worried about that one thing. Remember? That thing that made us notice all the strange occurrences?
The events that led us there. Wait, what strange thing that helped us? Oh, the loud noise?
This is it!
That was very vague.
You mean the loud sound that you and I heard in the kitchen?
Yeah, the bang. We remember.
You all heard that sound too?
Yes, in the mansion's kitchen.
But that sound occurred near the chapel. How did you hear it all the way at the mansion?
First off, sound can't go past the map loading point.
But it's not a loading point, it's just a wall.
Did that sound really come from the chapel?
But what I don't understand is, we easily could have figured this out sooner. People were at the chapel, people were at the main building, people were probably chatting at the chapel when we went back to the main building and were hanging around it. Gonta and Kokichi were hanging around it. Wait, that's why Kokichi was hanging out with Gonta on the outside? Because Kokichi wanted to make sure that Gonta stayed away from the wall so that they wouldn't hear somebody on the other side? And realized that too soon? Realized too soon that the... And also to allow Mew to get through? Maybe? Something like that? Because I know that Kokichi and Gonta were the ones that were outside of the main building, while Shuichi and everybody was inside the building and on the roof and whatnot, right? That's the part of the time when he wasn't guarding the salon room. So did he do that intentionally to draw Gonto away from the wall? That Mew would be able to do her thing and that they wouldn't hear anybody on the other side talking and chatting and whatnot. But we know that Kibo has really good hearing. He was able to hear people whispering and whatnot. Surely he would have heard something from his side too. I don't know.
That sound was something hitting the chapel wall. It was real loud.
Okay. So I think that sound was probably Mew's body being on that like sled type thing, pushed over to the other side.
And we definitely heard it. We heard Kibo's voice as well.
For now, let's go outside and check. Oh no! What? That was Kibo's voice, right? I think I heard him on the outside. He sounded close. Yeah. So he must have found the body at that time.
Too?
What? That is pretty strange.
Exactly. That has to be some kind of clue to the mystery of the virtual world.
Okay, well, let's check the answers later and try to find all the other clues first. There was another mysterious phenomenon in the virtual world, wasn't there?
Kokichi talked like he noticed something. Pretending not to know?
Even Gonta is suspicious of me? I always thought you would be the one to trust me!
Is Gonta gonna be misled by his acting?
Sorry.
Okay, yeah, he
Gonta
is.
Not mean it like that.
There's no need to apologize to him. He's probably just lying again.
What was the other strange occurrence? Did you see it, Shuichi?
Another mysterious phenomenon. What are they referring to? Other than the loud noise and seeing Mew? What else was the strange occurrence? Kaito teleporting, right? But other than that, something that shouldn't be possible, like Mew in the mansion, or that loud noise. The locked door? I need to remember everything else that happened in there. I don't remember what he's referring to. What else weird happened? The sled thing? The cell phone teleporting somebody? The locked door? That's all I can think of. Oh, okay, we're doing this thing, huh? What weird phenomenon happened in the virtual world? Well, who knows? This thing I'm so bad at, I'm just gonna click randomly. There's that. Oh, that thing getting stuck over there. Is that relevant? The kitchen, the other thing. I think this is it. I don't know if that really counts as a strange thing to me, but I guess to them it is because they still don't understand the wraparound stuff.